Good evening YouTube, welcome back to the gaming cupboard. I hope everyone's having a fantastic week, and apologies that I've not been releasing a pickups video for last week. I've had to kind of mash two into one. It's just been a really busy week. Life's kind of just got on top of me with other stuff and I've just had so much to do. So I've got 2 weeks worth of pickups to put into one video, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because there's not really been as much to pick up as I've normally had. I've not had any kind of massive bundles. It's been drips and drabs here and there, but we'll move on to it without further ado because it's absolutely sweltering in here tonight, so we'll get on with it. So first pickup I made was one from eBay because I've been getting my Spectrum out and having a go on some of the old Spectrum games, and I realised this is a title I don't own. Well, I do now, but I didn't back then. And so yeah, absolute classic game. It's in every kind of top 10 game I think for the system. It is Manic Miner from Bug Bite Software. It's got a fantastic little game. Case is in pretty good order. It's got a little tiny crack down the bottom which doesn't affect it at all. Still holds together, and yeah, loads up fine. Doesn't take like 3 days to load. It's a really cool little platformer, but it's hard as nails. Maybe Dave Verso, I'm sure you've like mastered this. How anybody managed to complete this back in the day, I'll never know because it's hard as friggin' nails. Pixel perfect jumps with platforms that fall away. Oh, one touch kills. Great game. Like this is where proper gaming. This is where proper gamers like began. So yeah, that I picked up from eBay. I think that was about £6, £7, but it's a classic game, one I wanted to pick up, so it seemed to be about the going rate. Then I had a little trip into CEX to spend some of the credit that I've accumulated over the last couple of months maybe, and I went in because I saw they had a game which I've been trying to get and it just hasn't turned up in my local store, and they had 2 copies and then one went quite quickly, so I was kind of bricking it hoping I would, but fortunately I still had it. It's a game that community hates, but I don't care. I think it's quite cute. It's Kirby and the Rainbow Paintbrush. Yay! Boo, I hear your cry. But yeah, it's a cutesy little game, quite offensive. And yeah, I think that's quite cool. It's kind of like claymation the way they made this one. And yeah, so I wanted to get some of the Wii U titles. I've got most of my collection just kind of sitting up there at the moment. And yeah, for 10 quid, that's come down from 12. I'll pick it up. Next up, I got a Wii title, which is a bit of a budget filler title, and originally came out on the Sega Saturn, but I don't have a Saturn. I can't afford it on the Saturn, and can't afford a Saturn at the moment either. So I thought I'd pick it up for £1.50 anyway. I can't really complain. It's Knights. It's complete with the manual. This is pretty good. And what can I say about Knights? It looks kind of pretty, maybe. It's kind of a weird flying jester, but I don't really know. But yeah, it looks all right. So for £1.50, even that's a really pretty case. I quite like it. And then I went out and checked out their original Xbox collection, which they have upstairs now because all the older games are just kind of plonk upstairs in the corner. There's really not very many of them either in this store, but I always have a look to see what they got because they're so damn cheap. So damn cheap. So I picked up a couple of games from there. So Game of the Month from Xbox Magazine. What an accolade, Game of the Month, because they used to release so many games in a month. It was like maybe a couple released every month, but yeah, for £1. Don't know why I'm slating it. It's probably a pretty good game, to be fair. It looks an okay strategy game. It's got the manual for £1. Yep. Game of the Month. Game of the Month for E3. Yeah, something like that. And stop berating the game. And yeah, for 50p I picked up 13, which is in lovely minty condition. Lovely minty condition. With the manual in there. Beautiful. 50p. Well happy with that. Well happy with that. I mean, come on. What was the trade? What's the trade in on 13? Like for them selling it at like 50p? What, 10p? Cash? 20p? Like credit probably? It's minty. Beautiful game. And then my store has it has some N64 games. Apparently they transfer it in from other stores. Now, I didn't know this happened with CEX. Maybe it's because my CEX is so utterly crap that they just never get any good games traded in, or people trade them locally, they transfer over from other stores, but apparently they did. And they couldn't find these for ages. I looked on the website because I don't know what your stores are like, maybe they're much better than mine, but all the N64 games are like that. Well, you can see what one I got there. BanjoKazooie is one of the ones I've got. Oh, very subtle. Yeah, BanjoKazooie I picked up. But they're stacked kind of like that, so you can see another one's behind it, but you can't see what it is. So you've got to kind of have a look on your phone or else and pull them out, and they're always running around, not really serving many customers quick because there's a massive queue in there. But yeah, so I looked them out and I eventually found them, so I picked up BanjoKazooie, which I've been loving playing, which was I think 12 quid. But yeah, played it at friends back in the day, didn't go particularly far, but love it. I need to get on Conkers, to be fair, I've been told by friends, but I've only got that on the I got it on the original Xbox and I got it on the rare replay on the Xbox One. Like it for the 64, but I just can't warrant spending that much on it at the moment. Maybe one day. And the other one I got was South Park, which is great fun. Great fun in the multiplayer of that. And first level, just throwing snowballs at angry, evil turkeys and giant turkey terminators, which just crap out more turkeys. So bizarre. I need to get a save pack to save that. And yeah, that came to the total of £26, which was all in credit. Incidentally, while I remember on this front, I still need to get a copy of Set Willy. So if anyone knows where I can get a copy of Set Willy on the cheap, let me know. Properly like scripted this, properly rehearsed. I just see it sitting there. I was like, oh, I meant to mention that. So yeah, that's my CEX little bundle of goodness I picked up. Next up, where are we? So that was the end of the week. So that goes on to the Saturday Carboot. What did I get to the Saturday Carboot? Not very much. Not very much. I would have got it on the floor. That's why I'm talking to the ground. Got a handful of games, to be honest. Nothing outstanding. I got Cooking Mama 3 on the DS, which is a pretty decent trade. I think I got it for £1, and I think it trades in for about 3 or 4. So I say pretty decent, but it's not too bad. And then I saw my Xbox man there, not the 4 for £1 Xbox man. It would have been awesome if he came back with some more games, so I think I bought his whole inventory. But there's a guy who sells them off for £1 each, and he had some okay titles, so for £1 each I picked them up. So I got another copy of Morrowind, which still doesn't have the map. What's the chances? 2 copies. One have the map, one have the manual. No, both don't have the map. But yeah, £1. Happy days. Flat Out 2 with manual. Nice for £1. And lastly, Star Wars Republic Commando, complete with a manual and a free trial. We love them free trials. Get back in this. Get in the case. Yeah, so 3 games, £1 each. They're not minty. They obviously have been played, but for £1 each, I don't know. They'll play. They're probably better order than most of my games. Well, played it back then. You just tend to not worry too much and kind of throw them around a bit. And then the Sunday was for games pretty barren, except one lady who was a saving grace on that day. The one reason that, you know, it was worth getting out of bed, who had some Xbox One games on her stall. When I asked her how much she wanted for them, she said £1 each. So she had Minecraft Stories, FIFA 15, that name on it all, but she had these 2 bad boys, which were trading in at £10 each, but unfortunately this one has now dropped to £8. But £18 from £2 buy is pretty decent. So they will be going to CEX because I don't really have an awful lot of interest in Lego games, to be honest, and while there's still a bit of money in, I'd rather put it into something else. I think I'm going to have to do some kind of CEX pickup video. Gennardino's kind of got the the rights to that at the moment because he's been absolutely storming it. But he's moved on to Game at the moment. His Game are really decent and just throwing games out the door. I said that they should just send them directly to him and cut out the middleman because wiping the floor with them at the moment. So yeah, I might have to do a CEX pickups video. I'm sure I can do well out of £2 and do something decent out of that. But we shall see. We shall see. It's all about sort of the time that I get to actually go and look at stuff. So yeah, that's last weekend's Carboot pickups. And I actually had a day off on the Monday because I had to get the car through the MOT, which thank God it actually passed because that's my transportation sorted to Doncaster. So I'm hoping to see loads of you guys who I've chatted to there, just to kind of meet you and say hi and just have a chat. It's awesome that we have this nice little community on Facebook so we can talk to each other and that, but it'd be good to kind of see you there in person, have a natter, rather than me talking to myself in an empty room and you replying to me in turn. So yeah, that's this coming weekend. If you see me, say hi. If I don't see you straight away, or if I forget your name, apologies. I'm awful with names and I'll probably just be quite overwhelmed and just digging through boxes on the floor. So come up, tap me on the shoulder. If that don't work, just slap me around the ear or something. Come say hi. I really want to see people and just kind of catch up with you and just talk about stuff and that. But yeah, it'd be good to see a lot of you there. If you're coming, please come and say hi. And yeah, so anyway, I digress from what I'm actually talking about, which is the games. So on Monday, whilst the car was in for the MOT, I had nothing better to do, so I thought I'd look around local charity shops where I never normally find anything. But this was no ordinary day, it would appear, because the first charity shop I went into, I see this table laid out for kind of like men's stuff, and it was just a bizarre little table. They had like, I don't know, where it's supposed to be laid out like a bedside table. It had like a shirt on a mannequin, kind of cufflinks, and just I don't know, weird man stuff you kind of see like on a Father's Day arrangement somewhere. But what it did have in the middle of the table was this. Outrun on the Master System. Like, it hasn't got a manual, it's not in the best order, but Outrun on the Master System. You don't find Master System games in charity shop anymore, unless you're Dave Bursell and you go in there and find Wonder Boy. No one else, Dave, finds these in charity shops except me and you, apparently. Yeah, so marked up as a vinyl. I don't know why. But £6.95, more than I would normally want to pay, but you don't find these out in the wild, so snap that one up. Happy days. And then the random box, this one marked up as £4.95, no cover, mystery box, and I opened it up. There was a Mega Drive game on this occasion, so for £5 I picked up Dcap Attack with a manual which is disintegrating in my hands. Such a weird game, this one. So you play like a reanimated corpse like this, and this part of you just kind of bursts out and hits enemies and kills them, and you walk up to graves, I suppose, crack them open, and occasionally you'll have a skull in there which you'll pick up and put on top of your reanimated corpse and throw at enemies. It's very bizarre. So you play Chuck D Head. And yeah, really bizarre, but it's I think it's either by the same people as Psycho Fox or like Psycho Fox. Quite a fun game actually. I'm glad I picked that up. So yeah, £5, about what a loose car goes for in CEX, but I don't have to pay postage, and like I say, you just don't see it anymore. The next charity shop I went into, I bought some games at £2 each. I know what you're thinking, I probably lost my mind paying these kind of prices for games. I've ruined my like 20p a pound like run of things, but if it's for charity, I don't mind paying a little bit more, and generally they're in pretty good order. So yeah, so I picked up a nice copy of Black for £2, complete with manual, which is in there. And Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, complete with manual, and the map is in there as well. You can can see it, but yeah, the manual and the map are both in there. So for £2, it's not too bad for a GTA game. Then from a different charity shop, I got this. Jimmy Retro was talking about this the other week, and I've got it on the DS, but I hadn't got it on the Wii. I didn't know they did it on the Wii, but I got Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. Love the Broken Sword series as well, mate. Fantastic games. Not sure I like them as much as Monkey Island or even Simon the Sorcerer, but fantastic games. Who doesn't like a kind of, I don't know, mystery puzzle game like Point and Click? A lot of people know, but no, I don't care about them. I like it. And then on my last charity shop, even more like retro games. I don't know if it's like a Monday thing. I went in on Monday and nobody had been in and just bought them up throughout the week. I normally go in and ask, but they just had some. So PS1 game in this one. Got Army Men, Land, Sea and Air, which was £3. Complete with the manual, which has been bent in half at some point in its life. Then £3 good price for this game. It's probably about going rate. It's not too bad, but the case has got no cracks or dents or anything in it, so happy days with that. And then lastly, Mortal Kombat versus the DC Universe for £2.75, which is about what CEX trade it in as. But I thought I'd give it a go, because who doesn't love fighting Mortal Kombat versus DC? Craziness. Batman facing off with Scorpion. Get over here. My awful impression of Mortal Kombat. Get over here. Yeah. Yeah, so that was Monday. Then nothing for the week until this last weekend's Carboot, which was a bit hit and miss again, to be honest. Few bits in there. I'll try and do these, if I can remember, in order of what I got. So, because my pile's getting a bit small now. First game I pick up was Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which is going straight into the CEX pile for £1. I bought these two pixel bricks. Which are the Ghost and Pac-Man, which are like microscopic Lego. Really fiddly. I was worried, but they haven't actually been opened, so I don't know whether to try and make these up and just get annoyed and just throw bits everywhere, or Toby will just come along and eat it while I'm trying to make it, or move them on. But they might be quite nice little decorative things. I think I already have the Pac-Man one somewhere, and yeah, just lost my rag trying to do it. It's so fiddly. But yeah, 50p each, so I'm not going to argue with that. I got Into the Matrix by Atari, 50p with the manual in there. Not too bad. And then probably one of my finds at the weekend, I come across a store and the guy's got this there with the cables, and it came with a controller. And so I says to him, how much do you want for the Xbox? And he says, well, every person that Carboot wants to hear, and says, I don't know, offers. It's like, it's your Xbox, mate. How much do you want for it? I will pay you as little as I possibly can. So offers like, you know, 50p free. What do you want? I'd hate doing offers, because I say to people, I don't want to insult you. You want to get as much as you can for it. I want to pay as little as possible. Why don't you tell me what you want for it, and we'll work it from there. So, but if people are going to do that, fine. I can kind of see why they do it sometimes, but it's just awkward, really, isn't it? I don't know what your opinion is, but I just find it quite awkward. Just, you're tempted to just say, oh, £1, but that's never going to sway. So I said, I don't know, £5, and they says, oh no, I want more than that. So again, it's like, well, okay, what do you want for it? For £5, and he's like, oh, I was thinking about a tenner for it. I was like, okay, I'll have a look at it. I had a look, and the controller was missing the detachable cable that actually plugs into the port. So I said, well, look, it's missing that. We just take £7 for it. And it says 8. I was like, oh, okay, fine, we'll do £8. So we met at £8. So it came with all the leads and a controller. The controller unfortunately doesn't work, but Whether or not I can take it out and fix it, I don't know. But it did come with a copy of Midtown Madness in the drive, the promotional copy. So, to be honest, for that price, I'm not going to complain. That's pretty decent, to be fair. Like, it probably would have been decent at a tenner, to be fair. I don't know why I'm complaining, but it just kind of annoys me when people say offers. So yeah, I've got that. So I've cracked that open. I'm in, like, playing on that one. Managed to play some of the Xbox games I've got. Well, my Crystal one is stored away, which I have to pull out at some point. So yeah, then wandering around the car boot, there's a guy who had a box of games. I said, how much are these? He said, oh, they've been sitting in the garage, 50p each. I looked at them and I was like, I don't know what I'd done to them before they put them in the garage, but you kind of want those forensic rubber gloves to handle some of these. But I got, so he wanted 50p each, so we do 3 for £1 because they're not in the best of order. He said yes. So we picked up a copy of Manhunt. I think I got this the other week, but without manual. A bit of a shame. Orange box, which is pretty decent. We've got Portal, Half-Life Episode 2, and Team Fortress 2. So yeah, that's the only way you can get Portal on the Xbox 360. GTA San Andreas on the original Xbox, which has the map, not the manual, and it's missing one of the spindles out there. All these are a little bit rough, and that one's a little bit sticky, so obviously somebody loves Grand Theft Auto a bit too much. I'll wash my hands after this, I tell you. Bioshock, quality game, came up on the favourites of people's top 5 games, and I absolutely agree with them because it's fantastic. It's really atmospheric. Case is in a bit of a bad way, but for £1, I have already got the tin edition of that, so I don't know what that trades for. Might hang on to it for a while, might trade it. The Warriors, based on the film. Rockstar made this. No manual, but disc is in there. And one of the ones I kind of wanted out of the box was Max Payne, The Fall of Max Payne. With manual and disc. I don't know if this is any good, but yeah, 50p. And then that's it for kind of the Saturday car boot. The Sunday car boot was pretty poor by all standards. Only picked up 3 things, which we'll have a look at quickly. And there was a kid who the reseller went and bought all his Lego before anybody got there. Not that I really have much of an interest in Lego, but I did get a couple of games off him, which were 50p each. So we've got Burnout Dominator and Little Big Planet for the PSP. I don't really have many PSP games. I'm not that kind of into PSP games. I know that it can be modded, and I have modded mine so it will play some Game Boy games and stuff, which is fabulous. And if you mod it, you can actually put PSP ISOs on the disc so you can play it. So games like Castlevania and that, which are super expensive at the moment, you can put them on there and play them that way. But for 50p, I'll pick these up. That's fab price. Probably won't pay much more. And then a lady who was just putting kind of random stuff out of her car and selling stuff for £1. So I said, have you got any games? And she said, oh, I've got some old games. I'm like, yes, older the better. So the last thing I got from the day, actually no, the last thing I got from the day is a broken PS2 controller, which I paid £1 for. I'm glad I didn't pay any more than that. But yeah, from that lady, I picked up a copy of Gran Turismo for £1, which is awesome because it's in really nice condition. It's got the manual, big chunky manual, and the disc for £1. Happy days. And it's upside down, back somehow upside down. I don't know how. But yeah, that's a couple of weeks worth of pickups there. So some good stuff, some stuff not some things not too amazing, some things pretty amazing, some things what the hell, like haven't seen you in a charity shop for the last 20 years. But yeah, happy with the bits I've got. So yeah, so it's Doncaster this weekend. Hoping to see loads of people there. I missed out on coming to Revival and everybody looked like they had a fantastic time. Everyone was like, you should really come along, but needs must. I didn't really have any money to spend and I couldn't have made it, unfortunately. I was gutted that I couldn't come along, but I'll definitely try and make it to the next one. But if any of you who watch my videos, subscribe to my videos, are coming to Doncaster, please come and say hello. Even if you just come say hello for like 5 minutes or have a chat, it'd be nice, really nice to see you, really nice to like catch up, talk about games and that. It'd be absolutely fantastic to see you. But yeah, that is it, guys. So thanks very much for watching. If you haven't already, and I really appreciate it if you could drop the video a like, and if you're not already subbed to the channel, if you could drop me a subscribe, ring the bell to be notified if you have any other videos through. And if you're returning subscribers, thank you very much for coming back and watching me today. And all that's left to be say is thank you very much for coming, guys. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye now.